Welcome to today's yoga practice with the City of Brampton. My name is Jordan and I'll be your yoga instructor for today. We'll be going through a very slow and gentle restorative practice. And all you'll need is your mat and 2 towels for your support. You could use different sizes, but just make sure that you have 2. We're going to start really slow and easy, and all of our poses will be done on the floor. If you can't get onto the floor, you could always do these poses on your bed as well. Let's start in a seated position, legs crossed or legs straightened, whatever is most comfortable for you. And just close your eyes and breathe. We're going to start very slow and just connect to our breath first. In yoga, I like to think of 3 very, very important things. The first is that we listen to ourselves. We listen to our bodies and how they may feel today. We listen to our bodies within each pose, perhaps to lessen out or get deeper. The second is our breath. We want to bring fresh oxygen into our bodies and flush out any carbon dioxide and toxins that have built in. And lastly is try to relax. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw, relax the legs, the knees. And this will really help us in our practice to be more calm and get the most benefit from all of our poses. We're still breathing here, really trying to connect to our breath. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. We're going to warm up our neck. Just lift up as you inhale. Lift down as you exhale. Lift, inhale. Lower, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Bring your chin all the way into the chest. Hands come up onto the back of the head. And we're just gently applying some pressure, stretching out the neck. Perhaps feeling that stretch go into our spine. Releasing the right hand, we're just going to reach it out, grazing our fingertips onto the mat. So not fully relaxed, just graze it. Our left hand is just going to grab onto the outside. So we're going deeper into our neck stretch. Feel the stretch all the way into our trap, down the arm. Think about lengthening that arm just so that the fingertips touch your mat. And again, let's go through the 3 principles. First, listening. How do you feel in this pose? Do you need to ease it, or do you need to go further? Second is, are you breathing? Long inhales and longer exhales are the key. And third, are we relaxed? Are all of our muscles relaxed? Or are we squeezing something in tension? Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to slowly just adjust our bodies. And we're actually going to take this right hand and place it behind our backs. Good. We're still stretching out that shoulder. Lift up with the opposite arm. And we're going to try and reach the back of our neck. You could try and reach your shoulder, but just make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. And you don't have to grab onto your hands. Just make sure that we're really trying to lengthen our spine, keep our chin up. And breathe. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and release. Stretch that arm out. And the opposite arm comes up and grabs onto the head. Again, we're moving very gently, breathing with every movement, and trying to relax once we've gone into the pose. Wonderful. Feeling again that stretch down our trap, down our arm. What a great stretch. Keep holding and breathe. Inhale and exhale. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's release slowly. Bring that hand behind your back again. Extend the right arm and then reach behind your back. Sit up tall. Now, when you're holding these stretches, it may be challenging and you might feel that discomfort. And that's okay. Discomfort is part of the stretch. But listen to your bodies for pain. We don't want to play with pain. So if you feel like you're getting to that point where it is becoming painful, just ease out of the pose, relax the body. Don't go as far. Good. Deep breath in. And exhale. Release. Now we're going to be using our towels, so I like to have 2. One of my towels I use to move my body and manipulate my body and to get extra reach, so that will be this towel. And my other towel I like to use more for cushion and support, so I like to keep them separated. We're going to start to extend our legs, so let's bring out the right leg first. And we're going to use our towel just to wrap around the top part of our foot. So we're wrapping around the balls of our foot. And what that will do is it will keep our feet nice and straight, creating that stretch in our calf. And we're just going to sit up nice and tall. For some of us, we might already feel this stretch, so just hold. If you don't feel it, use your towel to go deeper into your stretch and pull yourself closer and closer. Again, listen to your bodies to see where you feel that point of pain, and we don't want to get there. That's why it's so important to move slowly into your pose, millimeter by millimeter, so you can see how your muscles and your body react. Once you've gotten the pose that you feel most comfortable with, relax your head. And we'll hold here for 30 seconds. Holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to slowly lift out. Just like how we get into the poses, we also want to slowly move out of them so that we're protecting our muscles. Go ahead and slide the opposite foot into your towel for the same pose on the opposite side. So again, making sure we have most of the towel on the ball of the foot, the top, sitting up nice and tall. And we're going to pull our bodies again, centimeter, millimeter by millimeter, feeling every point in our muscle so that we don't overdo ourselves, we don't hurt ourselves. And once you feel comfortable, go ahead and just drop your head and hold the stretch. Hold for 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's see if we could go a little bit further so we could get the full 30 seconds of our stretch. And hold for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lift up again, very slow. Good work. So we've started to warm up our legs. We're going to still keep the towel here. And what we're going to do is just lift our leg very slowly and back down. 2. Good. 3. 4. And last one. 5. Good work. Straighten the opposite leg. We're going to do the same thing, lifting for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go ahead and lift that leg up, and we're going to bend it into our body. You can place the towel to the side for now as we get ready for our first twist. Twists are really fun and really good for us because it puts our body in positions that we're not normally used to. It helps stretch out the back as well as our chest. So for the first twist, bring your right knee into your chest. Wrap the opposite arm around that knee and hug it nice and tight. Now we're all very different, so doesn't mean you might look exactly like me with how close your knee is. It might be a little bit further or a little bit closer. Bring the opposite hand behind your back and support yourself up. And then just twist and look behind you. Again, we're breathing. We're trying to stay relaxed. So if you're twisting and you feel it difficult to breathe, or if you feel a strain in your neck, or a cramp in your thigh, you might want to just come a little bit more forward. Beautiful. Holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to the center. This time, we're going to cross our leg over. And we're going to grab onto it one more time, pulling it close, sitting up nice and tall. And we're really trying to focus on stretching out the hip. Good. It's just a very quick transition. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten that leg. And let's get ready for our spinal twist on the other side, our seated twist. So again, we're bending our knee as close as we can. Opposite arm wraps around the knee, hugging it nice and close. Lifting, sitting tall, and then twisting, supporting our back with our hand. And if you're gardening now, because it's so beautiful outside, just like a plant needs sometimes that extra support to keep the stalk straight, think of that for your spine. Your hand is using it to keep your spine straight. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Coming back to the center, cross it over. Hugging it close again. Trying to get a little bit of that stretch in your glutes, a little bit in the hip area. It's very passive, very gentle. Good work. Straighten your leg and go ahead, and we're going to lay down on our mats. Now this is where the towels come in handy. I'm going to use my towel for underneath my hip because it helps stabilize your hips a little bit better and support your lower back. So I'm going to just place my towel underneath my hips as I make my way down to the floor. So my towel is not on top of my lower back. It's also not on my hips. It's just right in between. Keep your other towel close by as we'll be using it. Allow your body to adjust to the floor or to your bed. Focus on your breath again so we could draw the attention to the pose that we're about to do. Let's bring our knees bent 90 degrees. We can lift our hips up into what is called bridge pose. So this pose is really, really great. And as you can see here, I'm just adjusting my shoulders so that they're pulled back behind me. Now you might not be able to lift your hips too much, but try and lift them as high as you can. You're pushing your weight down through your shoulders and your heels. Strengthening the lower back and the glutes. And then slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, we're going to lower back down to the mats. And before you can lower your hips all the way down, start to lift up again. And lower one more time. Beautiful. Raising your hips one more time, bridge pose. Go ahead and remove the towel. And then lower all the way down. So you can see the towel is used as a support, and it's not integral to the exercise or pose, so you don't have to use it. We're going to lift our right leg up into the air. And then we're going to cross it over our left, making almost like a figure 4. Now with this pose, you could use your other towel. And what you're going to do is you're going to feed it through your leg. And this pose is called thread and needle. So imagine your towel is the thread. And the loop that your legs have created is the needle. We're going to lift up and hold our leg into place. Now, you could hold your leg either from the back of the thigh, or you could loop it from the shin. It's really up to you what you feel comfortable with. Once you have your leg pulled towards your chest, the last important thing is this knee. The knee that's crossed over. It may want to come and draw closer to your face, but we really want to push it away. And if you find that pulling in your legs and keeping your knee away from your face is difficult, just come lower into your pose rather than tighter. Holding, breathing, and relaxing. We'll hold this pose for a little bit, and I want you to feel it in your hips. We're feeling it on the right side the most. You might feel it in other places, but the right hip is our focus. Let's hold it for 30 more seconds. Deep breathing. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's slowly lower the leg back down. And we're going to extend the right leg up into the air this time. You can release your towel and keep it just close by. Let's work on stretching out that leg. So we're going to point the toes and flex. Point and flex. Good. Point and flex. Now, the wonderful thing with yoga is not all of it is about holding the pose. It's also about moving through different poses and different motions to get the best functionality for your body. We're going to flex the toes one more time. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop it down. Good. Cross the left leg over the right. Here we'll use our towel again to thread the needle. Let's lift up. And again, we're pushing that knee into our chest, while the opposite leg, the leg that's crossed over, the knee is pushing away from our face. Now, it may seem that it's difficult to stay relaxed here, but try and relax the shoulders, relax the chin and your jaw, all the facial muscles, and only use your hands and your legs to help you in this stretch. Let's hold for 30 seconds. Good work. Keep it going. We're almost there. Take your break as you need it, but I know you can do it. 10 more seconds. Feel that stretch in your hip. Breathe. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the leg. Release your towel. And then straighten that leg up in the air. Let's move our ankle a little bit. Flex and point the toes. Just moving through the motions, feeling the stretch, taking your time or moving how you feel comfortable. Let's go one more big point and flex. Drop that leg down. Very good work. Now our legs are going to take a little bit of a break here. Let's go ahead and straighten them. And with our towel in our hand, we're going to bring our hands about shoulder width apart. We want to create some tension, very little tension in our arms. And we're going to reach all the way above the head. Really pull those arms apart, stretching them above the head. Feel that stretch in your shoulders. Let's lift up again, very slow. Good, and we're making an arch here from the top of our head down all the way to our hips. Good. Lift up again from the hips, big arch, straighten those arms, reach, lift up above the head, lengthen the spine, lengthen the arms, and relax. Let's do that for 3 more times. Big inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Good. First half of the motion, we're inhaling. Let's try that. Inhale. Second half of the motion, exhale. Beautiful. Try that again. Big inhale. Big exhale. Lifting up. And exhale. Good. Let's leave our arms above the head here. We're really stretching still here. And I want you to release the towel and just rest your arms on the floor or your bed. Make sure you have enough room to lay your arms flat and keep the top of your hands on the floor or bed. We're going to bring the elbows, slide them down to our sides. So we're making a nice 90-degree angle. If you think of it, we're making the shape of a trident or a cactus. Good, let's reach all the way up. And sliding the hands on our bed or floor, bend those elbows 90 degrees. Good, so we're really working the shoulders here. We're really trying to open up the chest. Let's lengthen. And bend one more time. Good, feel that stretch. Keep the hands on the bed, on the floor. Last time, open. Allow the hands to come to the sides, and we're going to bring both of our knees into our chest. Give them a nice big hug. And just rock side to side. If you notice your body is just starting to slip away, or you're getting a little bit sleepy, I want you to just rock and think about something that brings you a lot of happiness, a lot of excitement. A moment from your past. Maybe it was when you were a child or getting married. Think about that moment. And we're going to bring our knees all the way this time to the left and let them just fall and stack on one another. Our arms are going to open up to each side, keeping our shoulders on the mat. And your head could stay neutral, just relaxed. We're doing a very modified twist, so twisting with both of our legs. Feeling that good passive stretch in our spine. Try and relax here. Breathe in and breathe out. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly start to move your legs up, back to the center, and then rotating them to the opposite side. Your arms could stay in place if you'd like, making sure that really both of your knees are stacked, chest is open. Again, relax the body. Just give it a quick scan to see if anything is tight or not cooperating. And once you've found that location, just breathe into it. Two more pairs of breath, big inhales, longer exhales. And exhale. Good. Coming back into the center. And we're going to bring it back to the right side quickly. And we're going to rotate our bodies onto the right. So we call this fetus position. You can rest your arm on your head, and we're just really being restorative to our bodies. Allowing it to adjust and relax how it needs to. Using your opposite arm, we're going to gently push our bodies up to a seated position again. And we're going to grab our towel. We're almost done. So for the last few poses, we're going to go back up to our upper body and finish up with some arm and neck stretches. We've worked our legs quite a bit, but I still have one more thing in store for you. Let's start with our arms. We're going to use our towel. And what I want you to do is just loop the towel once around your right arm. You're going to bring it up and we're going to stretch it. So you have so much room to use with your towel. We're going to stretch it all the way across, and then we're going to start to rotate and extend our bodies. Now this may be difficult, so if you need to keep your arm bent, that's okay. But the intention and goal for this is to really lengthen your arms. Feel the stretch in the side of the body. And again, if that is difficult, just allow your top arm to be bent. Good. Now we're going to hold this pose for a while. While you're holding it, try to push your chest outwards to the corner of the room. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to lift up nice and slow, bring our arms above, wrap around on the opposite arm, and let's go and do the opposite side. So again, we're bringing our arm to the opposite side of the body. Allow the top arm to bend if needed. If not, try and straighten out that arm as much as you can. If it's challenging and if you notice you're holding your breath, just ease out of it. One side will not be the same as the other, so keep that in mind. Try not to mimic the exact same way of movement on each side. You might not be able to go as far or as deep, so keep that in mind. Let's hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring the arms back up and release them down. For the last stretch, we're going to do 2 parts. So the first part, we're going to get our legs in position. We're going to keep our right leg bent like so, and we're going to bend the opposite back. So we have both knees almost bent to one side. We're going to sit up nice and tall. Now you're going to feel it right in through that stretch. Start to walk your hands away from your legs into the final twist for today's class. Good. And keep that back nice and straight. If you're not feeling the stretch quite enough, feel free to extend that leg further behind you. And remember, we're listening to the body. So if pushing your leg back is causing you to squeeze your glutes or your legs, and you'll notice you'll lift, just bring your leg in a tad bit more and reset. Good. And now we're going to slowly start to walk our bodies lower. And if you can, hold it here. Rest your forearms on the mat or your bed. And breathe. Again, always listen to your body. Always breathe and try and relax. You're doing great so far and you're almost done. So let's try and finish this difficult pose together. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lifting up with the arms, guiding our body back to the center, and then bringing that leg in. Let's go ahead and twist our legs to the opposite side of the room. We're going to set them up the exact same way. So our front leg is almost 90 degrees. And our back leg is the same, sitting up nice and tall. And then again, starting to rotate behind you, away from your legs. Adjust as needed. Listen to your bodies. Good, and if you're ready, go ahead and start to walk your hands down. Rest the forearms. If you could go as low as the forearms, if not, the hands are great. Good work. And really sense that stretch in your hip. Continue to breathe. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's lift up. Walk your hands in and sit in a comfortable position. I'm going to cross my legs. You could choose to sit cross-legged in half lotus or full lotus. You could choose to sit with your legs out, or you could choose to lay down. The final stretch is for our neck, and it's such a great stretch. We're going to use our towel, and we're going to place it behind our head, just like so. Creating just a little bit of tension. We're going to start to lift up and just hold. You could bring your hands together in prayer if it helps. And we're feeling a gentle lift and pull in our neck. Very, very gentle. I'm not putting too much pressure. I'm not trying to pull too hard. Just enough to feel it. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands to heart center. Release the towel. Very good, everyone. Today's practice was an introduction to a lot of restorative poses. And it's a great way to introduce yourself to the world of yoga. Breathe, connect, and stay moving so you feel the best that you can. My name is Jordan, and thank you for joining me in today's practice. And I look forward to doing more yoga with you in the future. Have a great day. Stay fit, stay healthy, and stay smiling. Namaste.